Howdy, folks. What's going on? Let's check the chat. Michael's himself. How are you, man? He says he wants the single coil in the neck and a humbucker in the bridge. Yeah, man. Best of both worlds, right? Man. Mr. Williams is in the house. Yes, sir. The Easter was, well, yesterday, of course, and then I had to work. But it was great, man. It was nice. I had kids over here. I didn't get to really see much of them because I had to work. But it was great, man. It was great to see some family for a few minutes. Johnny says single coils all the way. Oh, wow. Really? I am shocked to hear that. Oh, single coil on the clean and humbucker on the dirty tone. Right. Simon says HSS for him. Humbucker single. That's what you can't see it, but that's what this one is right here. That Squire I got. Humbucker single. It's cool, but I've always liked having the 3 single coils if I'm going for that tone, right? And of course, that's what it's all about. It depends on what you're searching for your tone. What are you looking for, right? Are you looking for something, a little bit thinner, kind of great for a blues tone, Just depending on what you're looking for, right? You can barely see me. I'm here. I'm gone. But yeah, so it just depends on what you're doing. Like, depending on the song, the way I look at it. So see if we can raise this up a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better, right? But you can get more tonal options from a single coil, I believe. Well, of course, you got a 5-way switch. So here's all the way at the bridge. But I love this tone right here when you go 1 up right here. It's that out of phase. Cleans up really quick. used the middle position that much. Here's the middle. Go up one from that. I don't use those that much. It's either the bridge, which is maybe for soloing, but usually it's the next position up. That one, right there, the out of phase, and then the neck. Those are my three favorites on a Strat. That's what I use all the time. I don't know, is that what y'all do too? That's what I do all the time. So. Oh, Simon's enjoying a 4-day weekend. Wow, that must be nice. That must be nice. Johnny says he likes single coils with a little overdrive, not heavy distortion. Center's in the house. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here. Checking the tuning. This is the guitar that I put the hip shot tuners on. That video is doing pretty darn good too for what it is on the channel. I keep going back and checking it periodically, and I was like, man, can't believe it. Hey, Mr. Bruce, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here. Yes, check out Our Metal Stage's latest podcast, man. They had Shane from In the Blues on there. That was fantastic, man. Great show, Center. Adam and Jim Guidry and Shane from In the Blues. Awesome, man. Awesome show. Old Guitar Guy 62. Is it 62? Hey, man, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much, sir. Thank you for being here. Nice to meet you. Jim Guidry. There's Mr. Guidry. How are you, man? I was wondering if he was going to pop in here. Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for being here, man. Mr. Bruce has a question. Let's see. No, sir. I am not using the Zoom Q2N. Matter of fact, it's right here. No, sir. I'm not using this for the live stream. No, I'm just using the YouTube app on my smartphone. But I just got notification a few minutes ago that something came, an accessory that I ordered for my smartphone has been delivered right when I went live. I kept trying to wait because I was wanting to unbox it, but, you know, I might as well tell you what it is because I'm not going to come back on here and unbox it. It's something called a gimbal that you put your smartphone. It's like a holder that keeps your phone stable while you're vlogging. don't know if y'all are into that or even care, but I'm going to try it because I'm trying to up my game a little bit with the vlogs, you know, as far as quality wise, and you know what I mean? So the camera's not so jumpy. And I noticed that a lot with the, when I was using the zoom in that other video, the camera was kind of, you know, it's real sensitive. It was shaky, and I was like, why is it? I wasn't doing that. You know, it's just that sensitive. Anyway, no, I'm using the app, Mr. Bruce. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs ups, by the way. That helps the channel tremendously. More than you may realize. Thumbs ups do help. So please, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, please. Yeah. There you go, Mr. Williams. Yeah, the life of a government worker, getting those days off. Hey, man, take it while you can, right? Mr. Bruce, did I ever figure out how to make the Zoom? The only way you can do that that I can think of, if you want to use this on a live stream, is if you hook this up to your laptop and use this for a webcam and go live on your laptop, which you can do that now. YouTube has that new feature where you can go live from your laptop now or whatever, but that's the only way you can. And every time I tried hooking this up to my laptop, it worked one time, and then after that, it doesn't work anymore. Not as a webcam, which, you know, ain't no big deal. I got another webcam that I hook up to it. So the best way to go live if you want to be mobile, Mr. Bruce, is to do it from your smartphone using the YouTube app, because your smartphone is going to have a better camera. You can zoom in and out. You can do a lot more things. This right here, you're really limited, right? You're very limited. You have to be up close to what you're filming, you know, and all that stuff. But anyway, that's how that works. Yeah, that's right. See you, Mike. All right, man. So there is the single coil stuff, which I like. I'm a fan of both. So let's move to the humbucker side, right? See if we can do this without messing anything up. Go switcheroo. Thought I cut that off. All right, let's see what we got now, right? Now we're on this side. You can tell right away. Woo, boy. Tell right away. Tell a big difference. Yeah, that's why this is usually my go-to. Mr. Bruce is still waiting on his wolf. Oh, yeah, the candy apple or the candy, whatever, the candy apple red. I'm not quite sure the name of it. Yeah, man. That should be coming this month, right? March. God almighty. It's April. So, yeah. Are you asking me that, Simon, or Jim? You put Jim in there. I don't know. I guess you're talking to Jim. Something about play it completely different on a Strat than this. Can I play like this on a Strat? Yeah, I guess kinda. But I'm so used to having the bar and the, you know. I don't know. I guess sometimes when you play a different guitar, it kind of puts you in a different element, right? Like I play a Strat, I'm wanting to do kind of Hendrix kind of things or something. And of course I get this and it puts me in another mindset. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good thing. Good thing to ask. I heard somebody talk about that one time, that when you get a different guitar, it puts you in a, you know, you think about your heroes like a Les Paul. I think about Jimmy Page, right? So. It's all right, Simon. I was just double checking. I didn't want to answer for. Well, I said I'll answer it anyway. I thought maybe he's asking Jim that. I don't know. So no, I don't play like that on the Strat. I can't. It's amazing what Jimmy did on a Strat though when he used the bar. Of course, it went out of tune all the time and all that stuff. But this right here, you can be so much more versatile on thank God that it's evolved where you can. Thank God, for players like Eddie and other people too, Steve Anderson, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, single coils are humbuckers, name of this live stream. And for me personally, I love both. I really do, man. I love both. But I tend to lean a little more toward the humbucker side. That's why I love these guitars, man. Because it fits my hands perfect, my playing style. And yes, I know it reflects a lot of Eddie and all that, but that's just the way I play, Look at Vito Bratta, man. Look at Vito Bratta from White Line. He was almost a carbon copy, and a lot of people make fun of that, or they did. I didn't. I thought he was freaking amazing. I was like, God almighty, I wish I could play like that, So I loved Vito Bratta's playing, man. I mean, he was incredible. It's a shame that he's not doing nothing anymore. I'm not quite sure on the backstory on that. I remember hearing the interview with him with Eddie Trunk that he disappeared from the music scene years ago because his father became really ill and he was taking care of his dad. And I believe his dad passed on, and he just kind of, I guess he wanted to do something different, I reckon. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's something going on with his hands, or maybe he just doesn't want to do it. I don't have no idea. I can't recall really what he was saying in that interview. I want to say he was saying something had some kind of condition, excuse me, with his hands, and all he was doing now was playing like classical guitar or something because it was easier on his fingers for the string. I don't know. Just Google Vito with Eddie Trunk. I'm sure you can pull it up on YouTube. Okay, Center, thank you, man, for chiming in. Center says Vito doesn't even play guitar anymore. That's what I was wondering. Because I remember people were calling in asking him, how come you're not on the scene, Vito, with the evolution of YouTube and all that? Can you imagine if he got a channel and he was just doing stuff? My God, it would be phenomenal. But Yeah, people were asking him about his guitars. That's what it was. They said, "Where's that?" Because he had a Strat. He did both. He had a Strat. I think it was a brown. I don't know, like a two tone something. Strat had that white line logo on the pick guard in the middle. I could be wrong, but I remember it was a Strat, and he had that. I don't know if it was single coils. It might have been a humbucker. I can't remember that, but and he had that other guitar that wild shaped one. Was it ESP? Okay, thank you, ESP. And he had that other that kind of, it reminded me of a oh man, it didn't have the headstock at the top. What was it, man? It reminded me of a Steinberger kind of sort of, and he had that. It was beautiful, and people were asking about those guitars. And he said, "Where's those guitars you had?" And he's like, "Oh, they're all taken apart back at the house." I was like, "Taken apart?" He's got them all taken apart and doing. I was like, What is he doing?" Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Anderson, he says, was that James Lorenzo? The bass player from White Line was Daily Roth's band in around 2000. Wow, okay. I didn't know that. Uh, Center says, James is a great player. Steinberger and ESP. Okay, hey, Charlie S., how are you, man? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I couldn't remember the exact names of those guitars, but I loved his style. I really did. I loved it. I just, whenever a new album would come out, I would get it, man. I loved White Line. I thought they were amazing. Yeah, Steve Anderson. That the version they did, their version of Radar Love. Who did that? Was that Golden Earring that did that originally? I can't. Y'all can chime in right here. I can't remember, but yeah, when that came out, Radar Love, Vito got to shine on that song, didn't he? Simon Williams says yes, Golden Earring. I'm sorry we've dropped a couple of times here. I don't know. It's the app, man. The app is acting up today. But yeah, that song is amazing. The way they covered that song, God Almighty! I need to go and I had a cassette. This back in the day, you had cassettes of I don't know if it's White Line's Greatest or something, and I've tried looking it up on Google Play. I can't seem to track it down, but there was a song. I think it was "You Can't Kill Rock and Roll," and at the very end of that, this was on the cassette I had. I don't know if it was like a bonus track or I can't remember, but at the end of that song, Vito just does like a solo, just by itself for a few minutes, and he just kills it. And then the group comes back in with the drums and the bass and all that. And I remember rewinding that tape and listening to that over and over and over and over. His touch on the guitar is just unbelievable, man. The power he has over the instrument, the command. You can tell that. You listen to somebody, you can tell if they got command of the instrument or if the instrument's command the neck. You can tell if they tamed the beast. You can tell that, man. And boy, he tamed the beast on that. I mean, I was like, my goodness, amazing player, man. Yes, Golden Earring. Thank you, Mr. Williams and Mr. Bruce. Thank you. Little Fighter. Well, another awesome song. They had so many great songs, man. But that's right when I guess right when things had changed. That's right. Vito talked about that too. Senator, you still in here? I think he talked about that in that Eddie Trunk interview. Their last album they done was right when the music scene was changing, if I'm correct in that assumption. And it's just, and I think the last album is what they put the most money in as well. And it's like, wow, man, dang. So, it's a shame when that whole scene changed, man. It just, that style of music that I love, it pretty much instantly died. still warming up. Golly. It takes me a good couple hours. And you can tell. And I got a pretty clean setting here on this. I'm going through the katana. Going through the katana right here. Using the foot switch. I'm on channel 1. Charlie, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Carolina, Joe. Charlie, you crazy, man. Yeah, Mr. Anderson, yeah, people said that a lot, man. People gave Vito a lot of crap because he copied Eddie so close, but I mean, other people have copied other guitar players too, you know? I mean, but man, can you imagine? You could tell he got aggravated too in them interviews. He says, yeah, Eddie was an influence. Of course he was, but you know, but it was just how he played, you know? But I think that he was phenomenal. I mean, that's just my opinion. To me, he was up there with my favorites of all time. And so to me, he was kind of underrated because of that. But, you know, I thought those runs and stuff he played I was like, you can't get no better than that. Those were perfection in my eyes. Mr. Dave Byron, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here, sir. Charlie S., thank you. He said, I always saw Vito Bratta as complimenting Eddie. There you go. The highest form of flattery, you know, is imitation, right? Imitation is the highest form of flattery. I think that's how it is. I screwed that up. But, yeah, I mean, that's just, I don't know, man. I mean, you have to admit, you know, I'm not trying to throw a shrine here to Eddie Van Halen or nothing, but where would guitar playing be today without his technique and the stuff he'd done? I mean, it would be nowhere what it is now. I don't think. You know, I don't think. I mean, he was just doing all that, you know. The two-hand thing, I mean, it's just. Of course, Hendrix busted the door down first, you know, for the crazy, you know, the while playing. I'm not leaving out Page and Clapton, Jeff Beck, Pete Townsend. Yeah. Those guys are awesome too. But Hendrix, he was the first one to break the door down, in my opinion, and just kick ass and take names, man. He got on stage and he strutted his crap. He didn't care because you know why? Because he could back it up. He could back it up, man. It's pretty bold when a man comes from America, and goes to England, and the first thing he wants to do was jam with Cream. Cream didn't let nobody jam with him on stage, man. They's like, no, this is our space. Nobody comes up here. Hendrix goes to England, asks his new manager, Chaz Chandler, hey man, can you introduce me to Clapton, and can I jam with Cream? He gets on stage, jams with Cream. Clapton's jaw drops to the floor, and he got pissed because Hendrix was that good. He was a new phenomenon on the scene, right? Brent. Do this for Brent. Brent Xerox, that is for you. How are you? Let me read these comments. Hang on. Dave Byron, he's in the store doing some shopping. Best shopping music here. Thank you, man. Wow. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Hit that thumbs up, folks. If you haven't hit it yet, that supports the channel very much. Thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, man. If you're not familiar with my second channel, Joe Smartphone Cinema, subscribe to that. That's more for vlogging. You know, it's really nothing to do with music. It's more for vlogs and stuff like that. Just want to throw that out there. Mr. Williams, most of us can't copy EVH. Yeah, I know. I can't. I just do little things here and there that kind of are reminiscent of it, but I'm way off because I just can't do that stuff, you know. But that's true, Mr. Williams. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I can't talk today. Mr. Michael Bishop, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here. Oh, yeah, Mr. Anderson, that Hendrix documentary. Man, I've got all those. I have just about any kind of Jimi Hendrix thing that's available you can think of, man. Anything from when he was on the Dick Cavett show to even the movie. Oh man, God, I just drew a blank. The movie they did a few years ago, they had somebody play Hendrix. All is by my side or something like that, and it didn't get the reviews were horrible at the box office. It tanked because people that went to see that movie, I feel in general now, didn't know nothing about Hendrix. And if you're really a Hendrix fan, I think it's All Is By My Side. I think that's the name of it. Check out that movie. If you're a true Hendrix fan, good God, it will make perfect sense. Everything lines up because, man, I've got the audiobooks. Hendrix, I've done all that stuff, man. I'm so intrigued by his story and his talent. But if you check that out, man, the movie makes perfect sense. And because I was watching, I was like, yep, that's what happened in the books. You know, all the stuff I've read and everything lines up. But to the average person, they're like, well, I don't know what this is, you know, because there's no music. The Hendrix estate didn't allow them to use any Hendrix music. I think that's why it tanked. There's no Hendrix music in there. But I thought the movie was phenomenal. I bought it when it came available on digital. I snapped it right up. Mr. Fisher, how are you, sir? Thank you for being here. That's true. Johnny says without Eddie, you wouldn't be playing that guitar. That's true, man. You know, Eddie was the one who inspired me to want to play. You know, that's just honest truth. I saw Lie Without a Net. Well, actually, I heard the music off a cassette deck in a friend's car when I was in high school, and I didn't know who the hell it was. I was like, who the hell is that? And they said, that's Eddie Van Halen. It's like, oh, Van Halen? I knew that. He's like, yeah. I said, what album is that? And I said, that's an older album. It's called Fair Warning. I was like, huh? So that's how that started. But it's true, man. But then when Lie Without a Net came out, oh man, you can forget it. It was over, man. The heavens opened up, and I was like, man, I gotta learn how to play, even if it's just something. I just wanted to play. Still chasing that fix, right? That's what guitar players and musicians and artists do, man. You're always chasing that natural high. That's what I call it. You're always chasing that. You do a song and you do it even on a live stream. You're sitting there playing stuff like, I hope I hit this all right. And of course, 9 out of 10 times I don't. I screw up. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll get it next time. And eventually you'll get it. And you're like, oh, okay, I got it. To me, that's a natural high. It's like, okay, this practicing and hard work is starting to pay off a little. Not much, but a little, right? Steve Anderson, I know I'm behind on these comments. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to catch up. Steve Anderson, what was my last order from Arby's? That would be yesterday. That was a beef and cheddar combo with potato cakes. That's what that was. Randall Fisher, he has a Strat and Telly coming. American Musical Supply makes it easy. Congratulations, my friend. That is fantastic, man. Fantastic. Steve Anderson asked the questions we all want to know. Oh, my God. Yeah, if you want to see more with food and Arby's and all that, subscribe to my second channel, Joe Smartphone Cinema. All that stuff's over there. And some more stuff is coming. So, it's small. I just started that channel like 2 weeks ago, so it's really small, and that's fine. It's no big deal. It's just something I enjoy making videos. I love doing this, but I love making videos in general. So that's why I started the second channel, and T-shirts are available too for that. Okay, Mr. Dave Byron wants to know, how are the gigs? I got to lean up to read this. I apologize, folks. The print is so small on here. Um, Mr. Dave Byron, how are the gigs in this town? As of recently, I'm not sure. I've been out of that scene for quite some time. It used to be pretty good. Um, so I couldn't tell you, sir, how it is right now. It was pretty good back then. Man, that was a long time ago. That was, golly, that was, I don't know, man. 9 years ago, 8 years ago. So this job, man, my day job, it requires so much of my time. I don't have a chance to be in a band anymore. That's what sucks. This is close as I can get to being musical in front of people right here. Thank God for technology. Going live and looking like an idiot and screwing up everywhere, but it's it's the closest thing I can get to interacting with a live audience. I love playing live. I love doing it with a band. That's a whole lot more, more energetic, more fun. It's kind of rough when you're carrying the load by yourself, but you do what you got to do. If you love doing it, you'll do it. I don't consider this work. I consider this fun. It's a creative avenue for me. Thank you, Mr. Williams. I appreciate that, man. Seymour Duncan's 59. Seymour Duncan 59s. Yeah, those are nice pickups, man. Very nice. Johnny, you going to have T-shirts by the end of the week? Okay, cool, man. It's about time. It's about time. Yeah, that's good, man. Good deal, man. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing. And I like who I go through because it doesn't cost me any money. Now, of course, they get a majority of the money because they're doing all the work. But for somebody like me, that's fine. It's not like I'm going to sell a gazillion shirts anyway. So I just think it's cool to have a shirt with your logo on it. I think that's cool. You know, you couldn't do that, 8-9 years ago. You couldn't do that. You probably could, but you had to go through a company and you had to buy so many shirts and all this other crap where they got their money, and then you're sitting on top of 300 shirts that you can't sell. With who I go through, you don't have to worry about that. You don't pay anything. You just design your stuff and open up the shop, and they take care of the shipping. Now, the one thing is, if you ever go to look at my shirts, let me explain this, and I'll put links below after this video is done. If you're interested in looking at any of my shirts, the company, not me, sets the prices. It's not me, right? The only thing that I have control over is a design, what's it called? Design commission, right? So I'll bump it up a few dollars so I can make a little commission off the shirt. So here's how it goes. The shirt sells for $25. I get $5 of that. The company gets the rest. That's how it is, man. So I'd have to sell a whole lot of shirts to make any kind of money, right? So, but it's okay, man. I just enjoy having stuff out there. I mean, I have to buy my own shirts. People ask, you get your shirts for free? Or, nope. I'm no different than you or anybody else. The company is doing that to make money. They're not doing it to do, for favors, right? So yeah, check out the links below when this is finished. And I'll put some links there if you want to check out the shirts. I got shirts, hoodies. There's shirts for my second channel over there. There's shirts for Shambera and Wentz, my other project I'm working on with my friend Jason Shambera, who plays the drums in St. Cloud, Florida. Very cool dude, very awesome musician. We have a lot of fun doing that. So it's just it keeps me busy, because I work all the time. My only days off are Friday and Saturday. And like tomorrow, I got to be at the dentist at 11:20 because I got another tooth bother. Can you believe this, man? I just had this one pulled 2 or 3. Yeah, it's acting up bad. So I'm going to probably have to have that one removed, extracted, whatever you want to call it. I hate that, man. Anyway, let's see. How long have we been on now? I've been on for almost an hour. No, Mr. Bruce, I didn't hang up. It's the signal. The signal has dropped again. So I'm sorry. Big finish. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting on this live feed. Thank you very much. And it's really cool because now if you watch on the replay, YouTube has it to where you can look at the live feed as it happened during the show. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for the thumbs ups, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me check out these couple of comments here, and we're getting ready to split because it's about time for me to get ready and get out of here. Yes, Mr. Bishop says, did you trademark and register your logo? Absolutely. Yes, sir, I did. I did. Yes, sir. Mr. Bruce says, I thought I was subbed to your channel and wasn't. I just had to resub. Yeah, there's some stuff going on with YouTube lately, man. I mean, for real. I mean, I've seen stuff happening on. I was like, what? So I don't know if they're reconfiguring everything and it's affecting people or just certain things, or I don't know what's happening. So if you're not subbed, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. I just love playing guitar. I love having fun doing videos, and that's pretty much it, man. No egos here, nothing like that. You know, I'm just a blue collar truck driving guitar player. That's it. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, until next time, this is Joe. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, man, be cool on your stool, right? Play guitar, man. Play music. Enjoy life, because you don't know about tomorrow, right? See you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.